Certainly one of the larger stories of the week is the closing down of the Beast Library at Disney California Adventure Park right inside the animation building. Unfortunately, it sounds like that is, of course, going away now that Disney is going to place educational campus for outside schools in this spot. Very unusual instance to replace a guest-facing area with something that is only going to be really seasonal when you think about it. At any rate, that is happening here in the not-too-distant future. Katrina, your reaction to the elimination of the Beast Library as a public space for park guests?
It just... I don't get it. Why?
Like, there's no other location?
What is the reason?
Right?
Like, I love that area. It's such a cool space, and like, because you don't really think it's in there, so I don't know if they're doing it like for a tax write-off or something, and they're like, hey, children, come over here and we're gonna teach you about how to solve stuff with your imagination. And then everybody's like, okay, cool, great, awesome, wow, that's great.
Imagination.
And then
it's a blast.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so is Figment gonna go there now and teach people about? Is there like gonna be like a secret teacher inside of Figment's body, and then he's just gonna come out and start explaining stuff to everybody?
Maybe that's what he was doing at Imagineering this past week.
Maybe. I was like, what is happening? And then, because I love that area, you walk in, and then it's just like, you know, it's like a miniature version of the library, and then you just see like the portrait change, and then you're like, oh my god, wow, and then you can like do the storytelling, and then there's like a little book, an interactive book that you can like choose, like by your answers you get to be a character and stuff. I don't know, just really fun.
Yeah,
because we don't have like that like cool Beast Library and stuff that they do in Florida, because that's in a dining establishment, so we don't have that opportunity to go in and like visit and see the portrait change and stuff, even though theirs is way cooler. But this one's just like fun, and like, I don't know, I'm sad.
Right? It's
just disappointing.
Between Be Our Guest Restaurant and then, of course, Enchanted Tales with Belle next door, where they've recreated these worlds in so much more detail and in so much more quality, to take away really the one true Beauty and the Beast thing we have at the Disneyland Resort,
it's ridiculous.
Seems very short-sighted, Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge bummer. I was surprised by this news. I don't know why they had to choose this area. Maybe they're just tired of upkeep, and they thought, hey, it'd be cool. It's a library. Kids learn in libraries, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what.
It, or are they going to like tear it all down?
I'm not
and
exactly
do white
sure
walls?
Because the other thing we're not sure about is I don't know how many out in the audience remember that there also used to be Ursula's like cave back there too.
That's right.
And the library didn't used to be the last thing. The last thing was Ursula's, and you would go in there, and she would the whole thing was like she would steal your voice, quote unquote. So, and then they would play like a movie, and you could either sing or talk, and it would record your voice. And so that has been gone for a long time now, and we have no idea what's back in that. Well, I guess they're using it for Frozen meet and greet, maybe? Or?
No, that location has become the green room for the performers for Frozen meet and greets. So
yeah.
That location got taken over, and we never heard from it again.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it was only going to be temporary, because it seemed like the character close-up concept was only going to be for like rotating characters. I thought that was the idea initially when they started doing that, but now it's become like the permanent home of Anna and Elsa at DCA, it seems. And so now we're completely getting another space right next to that. It's like they're slowly annexing the animation building away from guests, and it doesn't add up to me either as to why they would take a space away when there are so many other available spaces, even in that section of the park. We have an image for you that I wanted to share that, we've used this before in talking about future expansion opportunities and places where things could go, and if they were to expand the park, that sort of a thing. You take a look at the image that we're showing you here. Obviously, for those of you watching, this is helpful. For those of you listening, probably not so much, but it is an image of Hollywoodland, high above, looking down at from Avengers Campus on over to, say, Monsters, Inc., Mike and Sully to the rescue. At any rate, all of the Hollywood backlot section, with the exception of maybe the Hyperion Theater itself, each of these locations are easily transferable. Each of these locations are ones that were only set up for temporary things to begin with. Mickey's Roller Magic, while I love it, I don't think it's going to be something that exists for a very long time in that space. In addition to that, Stage 12 right next to the Hyperion Theater, a shell that is essentially a big kitchen for the resort now. Used to be quick service restaurant front, Monsters Inc. in between, and then the Avengers Superstore, where it was the Avengers Superstore back in that corner. Stage 17, a massive space that they don't use for anything. So with all of this in mind, and these spaces that have been not utilized to begin with, why take something that exists for us now? Yes, it's not a high capacity attraction experience, right? It's a couple of seats, but it's that added touch of magic. These special places are becoming so much fewer and farther between at Disneyland in a landlocked space, right, between the two parks. These parks are already so landlocked. These parks are already so hard to get around in because when it gets crowded, there are a few places to go. These spaces are those to get away in, and they're slowly taking these away, and I don't understand what the purpose of all this is.
Yeah,
Why
it doesn't
remove
make
things?
any sense.
Why do it?
Because then what are you gonna do? Take over like the Turtle Talk and stuff, and then they didn't mention anything about the Sorcerer Mickey area. So what are they gonna tear that down? Because you have to go through there, right, to get inside the library. So then now you're gonna have like just random people, like guests and stuff, in that room, but then other people going in to go to the library. That doesn't make any sense.
Is there a back door that we're not aware of that they're going to be using for this?
So are they just slowly just going to axe it and then just like slowly take everything away piece by piece inside that building? And then where are they going to put the meet and greet for Anna and Elsa? Because like I feel like that's like the only thing really people go in there for it. Oh, and the animation drawing thing.
Yeah, Animation Academy.
Yeah, and everybody loves Animation Academy too. I've never really done it. I'm a horrible drawer. I messed
can see
up
that.
really, really bad.
Yeah.
Horrible drawer. Tyler knows. I don't even pay attention. I like flip what they're doing, and then I do it the opposite side. Anyway,
You poor thing.
long story. It's really bad.
That's true. Actually, I have seen it once.
It was really
I was like, I
bad.
do, and I was like, oh yeah, I have. I think I tried to erase it from my memory.
It was. I tried. Yeah, it was really, really bad.
Drawing entry.
I tried drawing Pascal, and it just did not turn out. It looked like a scary gremlin that just.
We should bring those in sometime, actually.
Yeah.
It was horrible. Anyway, but
Actually,
now
we should all do. You know, we should all
dare
do
you.
one together and bring it in and show. That'd be fun.
Can we schedule this so I can? I want to attend too.
Yeah.
We just
Fly
need to
out.
schedule it well.
All right, come on out to California.
Katrina, give yourself some credit. You're an artiste, a poor artiste, but an artiste.
I like to think outside of the rules, and I do my own.
And lines.
as an artist should. California Adventures, over 20 years old. They still don't even know what they're doing with this land. You know, we've all this area around. We're going to pay the dead center in this popular area, and I can only think that the reason the library is going down, Gaston Constructions Company is coming in. He said, who needs books? There's no pictures. What do we even, how can you read these things? And he's like, we're getting that out. Education center, AKA a gym. It's how to get swole the Gaston staff.
Wow.
It's going to be Gaston's Tavern. I approve that initiative, but
Wow.
this education stuff, no. It's all about getting gains at California Adventure.
Put your stamp on it.
I will say-
you get a free scoop of whey as you walk in.
I will say that Gaston, if I'm not mistaken, was one of the characters that you could be from the little questionnaire that you did in there. So, I mean, he would be ripping out, a part of
Not
himself
nothing.
if he really. I mean,
Not
that's.
Yeah.
It's either all or nothing. That's his mentality.
Oh, okay. All right. I
He's
see.
He's the best.
Heavy-handed, that guy. Yes.
Large.
I'm glad you put your stamp of approval on it. That's certainly helpful. But yeah, I'm not sure where this is going and why remove a space that already belongs to the guests when you have so many other spaces that are just, they're within the proximity of this build. I just don't understand what the point of this is.
You know what
Yeah.
Why
seems like
take
a
this
great
away?
location for this? Blue Sky Cellar.
Blue Sky Cellar?
Seems like a great location because there's a screen.
No, but
there's
that's
a bigger area.
Hold on. That's a good place to sell DVC, though. That's a good place to sell. You gotta make money.
So dumb.
We love that. We love that money.
So silly.
Everybody needs their DVC fix.
I mean, yeah.
I just think I think the only reason they might be doing this is because they're content with all of these other spaces being storage and like
Tax write-off, I swear.
and just being spaces that they use for like things like food and wine and festival of holidays and stuff. So I think they're just content with this stuff just being a good place for them to do whatever they need, like on the side, just in the meantime until they figure out what exactly they want to do. I think that's the only reason that these spaces wouldn't be used for anything else, you know?
Doesn't seem fair. At any rate, we are losing the Beast Library for this, and we say goodbye to a wonderful little nook that used to bring so much magic to us. Goodbye, Beast Library. It was wonderful.
Another show toast.
Bye.
Wonderful to have you with us, Beast Library. Bless you. Thank you. Yeah, Garrett, get
in there, Garrett.
There you go.
I got it.
There you go. We're saying goodbye.
Put a little gin in there.